Hey guys, here's another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. It is Thursday, June 27th. So Rafa's not here today, so pretty much me and the intern Jacob. So we focused today on the parts that you see here for the 64 Beetle. So again, for those of you that are maybe new here, we got this car probably in about October, I think. It was in the fall of last year, 2023. And pretty much right away, we built the chassis for it. We finished the chassis. It's got the motor in. It looks terrible now because it's all piled up with stuff. But we built the chassis. We got the motor in, drivetrain. Everything's done and ready to go. And at the time, we thought we were going to have the body back from body work and paint in, a month or two. Well, here we are, I don't know, 6 months later. We finally have the body back. So now we're starting in on everything that goes into the body. Again, chassis is done. It's ready for this thing to bolt on, but pretty much we haven't done anything as far as restoring anything that goes on the body itself. So turn indicators, lights, switches, door mechanisms, you name it, hasn't been restored yet. So we're starting that now. Because now that the body's back from paint, it's time for this thing to go together. So Jacob and I pretty much dove right in today and we started digging parts out of boxes. The parts for this car are stored in a couple different places. We got a shelf back there. Again, I'm very organized, but shelf back there that's labeled for that project. And then there's 2 shelves in our shipping container that we have also labeled and organized. So everything's organized. It's just a matter of going to the 2 or 3 places that parts are stored and starting to pull them off the shelf and then kind of figure out what to do with what. So I put Jacob on the sandblaster today and he's a machine. He just like sandblasting probably, I don't know, 2, maybe 3, maybe more hours today. And he did most of the parts that you see here. So pretty much all these parts, so these door mechanisms that you see here, the remotes for the doors, the front hood latch, more door parts, the limit rods, check rods, and their holders, ashtray, speaker mount. So all this stuff is going to go to zinc plating. There's still some random hardware that we need to strip down to bare metal so the zinc plating comes out good. So yeah, big thanks to Jacob for doing most of this sandblasting today. The other thing then is some of the parts will get powder coated. So this is pretty much the powder coating pile. Some of these parts had undercoating on them and I got that off. Undercoating is kind of a pain in the butt, but if you have parts that you need to get undercoating off, check my how-to videos or tech tip videos. Easy way to get it off, just takes a few minutes and all you need is a little torch like this blue one here and a scraper of some sort. Stuff comes off. It's still a pain, but that's probably the easiest way to do it. Anyway, so clean the undercoating off these different access covers. These are basically fine. Our powder coater does a really good job of sandblasting everything. So parts that are going for powder coating, we don't bother stripping them down or anything. Those guys do a great job. Some parts like this little bracket that goes underneath the front hood holds the flasher indicator. This thing was bent about right here by, I don't know, like 20 degrees or so. So we straightened that out, did some body work on it. I think it looks pretty good now. Got the edges pretty straight and pretty renewed here. I don't think we have another one of these. I looked in the place where I thought there would be one, so I just went ahead and did the body work on this one. I think once it's all sandblasted and powder coated, it's going to look really good. Likewise, the horn mount was the correct original style. This thing was fairly mutilated. Managed to get it pretty straightened out. This will also get blasted and powder coated and look like new. Another thing was the horn that came with this car, pulled it apart, cleaned the contacts. We were not able to get it to work, so it must have some other more serious problem. So we went into our stockpile and pulled out a correct horn. Super nice on the inside. I tested it, it works. So now it was in really nice shape, but it had overspray all over it and was just dirty, nasty. So pretty much went and cleaned up the housing and the guts here. And then this part, usually we clean it up and we just paint this. We don't necessarily want to have it powder coated. I guess we could and just make sure they mask all this off. But this part, usually we just paint it ourselves. And then the cover, let's see, where is it here? That covers this thing goes like that. I think we're actually going to have this cover zinc plated instead of powder coated black. It's going to look really cool. And I've actually seen original horns where this did actually appear to have some kind of zinc coating on it. So it's going to look really cool. And apparently some of them did have that from the factory. At least we've got an example here. So yeah, just give it a little contrast with the back of the horn. So yeah, that goes in the zinc plating pile. And what else? And then started digging out some of the other stuff. So wiper, mechanism, this will all come apart. All these black parts will go off to powder coating. We'll pull the motor apart, clean it, do any restoration needed on it. And obviously put in new shafts and so on there. So this thing will be like new. Window mechanisms, clean those all up, and probably go ahead and zinc plate these whole assemblies here. His headlights, other than the rims themselves, which are replaceable, and these don't seem to have Hella stamp on them or anything that we would want to try and preserve. So I think we're going to go ahead and replace the chrome rings themselves. But his lenses are really cool and have this huge Hella logo on them, which is right for this. And the housings themselves, we were going to order new complete assemblies from Wolfsburg, but I pulled these out and started looking at them. They are really nice, actually. I mean, there's like no sign of rust on these. You can see the original stamping on there with the part numbers and everything. These are really nice. So I really want to use these, other than, again, the trim ring here, which doesn't seem to be stamped anywhere, at least externally that I saw. Some of them have it stamped somewhere, like a Hella logo or whatever, and those are cool. And if that was the case, I'd probably go ahead and have them re-chrome, but these don't seem to be anything special, so probably just go ahead and replace those. His other turn indicators, his lenses are actually pretty nice. I mean, I haven't tried to clean them or anything, but I don't see any cracks in them or anything. So we may clean these up and go with them. Of course, they're stamped, or I guess it's actually molded into them. But yeah, again, this is a really nice restoration. So we want to either use new old stock stuff if possible, or if the parts that came with the car, the original parts for the car, are really nice, then we'll use them. Likewise, his bulb holders, other than this chrome ring here, which is not looking so great, probably not worth re-chroming. We can get a reproduction of that. His bulb holders are really nice too, though. The nice coating is still very reflective. A lot of times this is all flaked off and they're pretty much trash, but these are really nice, both of them. And they both have the Hella stamping on them and stuff like that. You can see, so those are really nice. The front ones I haven't really looked at too close yet because it was kind of getting near the end of the day. The housings, again, or the chrome cover, probably not worth re-chroming. And again, there's no stamping on them that makes them super cool. So I'll probably just replace these, and then I'll pull these apart in the morning and see what the bulb holders look like. I'm guessing they're probably pretty good. And then the lenses actually don't look too bad, so we might just clean those up. And again, boom, Hella logo right there. Let's see if it's on both of them. Yeah, it's on both of them. So these lenses actually look pretty good. So we'll see. We may actually just end up rolling with all his original lenses. So that is pretty much it for today. Lots of errand running, stuff like that. But yeah, we're really like diving into trying to get all this stuff ready for this car so that we don't have to slow down as far as building it. So again, you know, powder coating, zinc plating, restoration, a few new, chrome trim pieces here and there, and this thing's going to be ready to go together. So I think that is it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.